So I'm not typically one to do these sort of prediction videos. I used to be kind of into the predictions with Smash and everything, but honestly, once Ultimate came out and some of the DLC for that, I've just kind of stopped caring. But after about a week or so of recording this, I'm never really going to be able to do this again. Because, well, the last character will be out. So I figure, for the last character, why not? So to go over my thoughts on this mysterious last character, I'm going to separate this discussion into 3 separate parts. Starting with the first segment, the top 5 characters I think that are the most likely. Okay, I say top 5, but really it's a top 3, and it's less the characters themselves and more where characters can come from. I couldn't think of 5, okay? It's already a crapshoot. It could be literally anyone, but if I could, realistically in my mind at least, narrow it down, these are the 3 I've sort of done that with. Now, appropriately enough, the first thing I think of is it's going to be another first-party character. I feel like a first-party character is just always likely for a character since it's their own property. It's not always the most exciting, sure, but it's usually a decent addition. Except maybe Min Min. Although I'm not going to say it's going to be any kind of first-party character, more specifically from franchises that have things going on for them or are just like big enough to always have something going for them. Kirby, Donkey Kong, Splatoon, Zelda, Mario, anything like that. The second place I'm thinking a character could come from is Sega. We haven't had a Sega character in the second Fighters Pass yet, and although we did have one in the first Fighters Pass, it was from Atlas as well. So I'm thinking Sega would add a character from one of their own franchises, you know, maybe another Sonic character with Eggman, maybe from Puyo Puyo. Shenmue, Yakuza, that's a stretch, but it's a possibility. And honestly, in terms of the characters in this category, I think Sega characters are where I'd place my bet the most. And finally, and this one's kind of a gut feeling, but a Capcom character. Capcom's got a lot of good franchises. They haven't been in any of the Fighters Pass. Sure, they have Ryu, Ken, Mega Man, but there's always room for more, I guess. I mean, there could still be a Monster Hunter character. Sure, they have a Mii costume, but I mean, it's Monster Hunter. I wouldn't put it past them. They could do Resident Evil, somehow, I guess. They could do Devil May Cry, they could do Ace Attorney. They've got options. I mean, look at all the characters in Marvel vs. Capcom. That's all the options they have. They have quite a repertoire of characters, and I think they could definitely pull one more in this case. And let's face it, we're a long way away from Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Going into the second category, and this is probably the one I'm a little more passionate about, is the top 5-ish characters that I realistically want. I mean, I say realistically because, let's face it, Hat Kid's not going to get in Smash. And you know, I would totally be vouching for my boy Vivi Orienteer or Zidane Tribal from Final Fantasy IX, but Sephiroth being in the second Fighters Pass kind of killed any chance of that. You know, like how he killed. So I'm only thinking about characters that I think could actually be put in, even if it's still kind of a stretch. And also, I'm not really thinking about characters that already got Mii costumes, like Geno or Travis Touchdown, unfortunately. I mean, what are you talking about? Travis was already in Smash. He was in Smash twice. What are you talking about? So, number 1, and this is the one I'm going to stand by, is another Zelda character. And yes, I'm going to admit this is me fanboying for Zelda, but I don't care. At this point, I think it would be a character from the Breath of the Wild games, and that's something I think would be great. I mean, you have any of the champions, you have any of the characters playable in Age of Calamity, especially Impa. Oh my god, if they put Age of Calamity Impa in this game, it is over for everyone. Stronger than the goddess Hylia herself. Have you seen what she can do? Have you seen her frogs? Have you seen her bombing? And yes, another Zelda character is realistic because look, if they can put another fucking Fire Emblem character in this game, they can do another Zelda character. Did you know there are more Fire Emblem characters in this game now than Zelda characters because of Byleth? That upsets me. And realize I'm not saying this as hate to Fire Emblem fans because Byleth is cool, but I say this because I have a bias. I'm a Zelda fan, and I'm bitter. Second, and this is more of a recent personal choice for me, but let's bring in the Spartan himself, Master Chief. I know we already got Banjo and Kazooie. I know we already got Steve. But here's the thing, I already thought we wouldn't get Steve because we already got Banjo, and yet we still got him. Granted, it's Minecraft. It's kind of a free pass, but still. And really, where the fuck else is Master Chief gonna go? You think he's gonna go to Sony PlayStation All-Stars if they ever make a sequel? No. And Microsoft sure as hell isn't gonna get their own. Again, I'm not saying he's likely, I'm just saying it's still within the realm of possibility, and it's someone I want. Number 3, and remember this is a character I want, a TF2 character. I think any Valve character would be cool. I mean, I don't think they would add Chell. I don't know why people think that. Gordon Freeman would be cool, a Left 4 Dead character would be cool, but come on. You gotta go TF2. Heavy, Scout, hell, even Demo Man maybe, Pyro, anyone. Plenty of people want him in. I'm not saying he's the most requested character. I mean, some of those fan polls are kind of biased. But even though I have my rough spots with TF2, especially nowadays, it's one of my favorite games, and especially with TF2 and just its cultural impact, I guess, I would love to see him in. Number 4, and remember, what I want, Octolinks. Yes, hello, my name is Zeter, and I am an Inkling main, and I would like Octolinks. I mean, I'm sure they would play different enough from Inklings, but they would probably still be close enough that I could at least secondary them, and it would give them an excuse to put in the Octo Expansion soundtrack. I know they couldn't add it in the main game because it was too late in development, even though they probably still could have, but Octo Expansion's soundtrack is so good, and I'd love to see that in Smash. Also, it would just kind of feel weird because with Splatoon 3 coming out and Octolinks is kind of being a normal part of the universe now, it's kind of weird to only have Inklings in Smash. Especially since Octo Expansion, I know it was too late in development for Ultimate, but still, came out before Ultimate. I think adding Octolinks, some Octo Expansion stuff, and even Splatoon 3 stuff maybe, I think would add a sense of completeness that Sephiroth did for Final Fantasy VII. And unfortunately not other Final Fantasy games. Damn it. And the last regular character I'm thinking of is Raiden from Metal Gear. Specifically, Metal Gear Rising. Because more Metal Gear is always great, more Konami is mixed, but eh. Metal Gear Rising is a fun as fuck game, a game I love, and a game with an immensely enjoyable soundtrack. Don't even need to get people to remix it, just put in the regular tracks, everyone will be happy. Although thinking about it, this one is especially hard of a stretch because Raiden was already in PlayStation All-Stars. I'm not really sure what validity Sony PlayStation All-Stars has in this day and age, but still. And so those are the 5 characters I want, but there is sort of a 6th one I'm thinking of. Not really a specific character, but more of a type of character. And that would be a funny character. And by that, I mean any character with inherent meme value, because I think it would be funny. Funky Kong, an Undertale character, I know Sansa's already in there, but still. Goku, it'll probably never happen, but I mean, it would be funny. So if any character like that is the last character, I will not only be happy, I will be elated. Well, okay, if it's a funny character, maybe I'll be a little disappointed, but I'll still enjoy it. We all will. And then we have the last category I want to talk about, which is sort of just a impromptu whatever category. Just a couple thoughts I want to go over, really. To further extend what I said earlier about first-party characters, people still think there's gonna be a Pokemon character? Why? Like, I get Incineroar was the last character of the base roster, unless you want to count Piranha Plant, but, I mean, really? I mean, they've skipped generations before. They skipped Gen 3 from Melee to Brawl, they skipped Gen 5 from Brawl to 4, so it wouldn't surprise me if they skipped Gen 8. Like, Cinderace, I just do not see happening. Like any Sword and Shield Pokemon. What do you mean full? Fucking... It's like 32 gigs. It was like a half-hour recording. What do you mean full? God damn it. Alright, fine, you're getting narration for the rest of this. But yeah, I just don't see any Sword and Shield Pokemon getting in. Any Pokemon in general. Although that being said, if they add like a Grovyle from the Mystery Dungeon Explorers series, that would be dope. And I only say that because then we would have one starter of every type, we would have a Gen 3 Pokemon, which we don't have, and we would actually get Pokemon spin-off content because outside of, I think, a Trophy and Melee and then a Spirit in Ultimate, which was recent, there is no Pokemon spin-off material in Smash at all, and I think that's a missed opportunity. Like, no Mystery Dungeon music, no Gale of Darkness, Coliseum, no Stadium, no Battle Revolution music, nothing, absolutely nothing, and I think that's just a little disappointing. That Famicom Detective Club game, or game series, has about as much content in Smash games as Pokemon spin-offs do. Come on! I mean, good for that series, but come on! In a similar vein, I don't see a Fire Emblem character. People are joking about this. Like, I'm pretty sure it's mostly jokes, but I think there are some people out there who seriously think, oh, it's gotta be another Fire Emblem character. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. I'm tired of this shit. Like, there is no way, there is no possible reality where this is going to be another Fire Emblem character. It's not gonna happen, and I say that with 100% certainty. And I'm not saying that to be mean, I just legitimately do not see it happening. And then also, I don't really see a F-Zero character happening. Like, I think there's good potential for another F-Zero character, it's just, they're not doing anything with F-Zero. I think there's potential to do more with this series, but they're just not. I think an indie character would be cool. I mean, you can count Steve if you want, but like one that's not like Minecraft, you know? And I guess I don't really have any other predictions, so I'm just going to leave with saying, no matter who or what, I think we can all agree that we're glad that Smash was able to have this long of a lifespan in terms of interest, even if that interest certainly has waned, I think. It's kept us something to look forward to. I mean, you know, a better netcode would be nice, Namco. But I think regardless of who it ends up being, I think we'll all have a good time at this last presentation regardless, as well as whoever this last character is going to be. Unless it's Fortnite Jonesy. You know it could very well happen. You know it could happen. And you know we will be sad.